Tēnā tātou katoa. Good evening. It's been almost a 10-year wait, but a New Zealand Prime Minister finally got to meet a US President in the White House today. It was like we'd never been away.
Joe Biden told Jacinda Ardern she played a crucial role on the global stage. And Ardern got to nudge him towards a more significant return to the Pacific. Our political reporter Amelia Wade was there and joins us now live from Washington, DC. And Amelia, the Prime Minister made the most of her meeting with President Biden today.
Yeah, that's right. The theme of the meeting ended up being working together, but the leaders simply could not ignore China.
Well, good morning, everybody.
The President and the Prime Minister.
It's good to see not so old, but a good friend here. Prime Minister is welcome to the White House.
Jacinda and Joe meeting up.
It's a fairly big deal for all of us, and we need your guidance.
It's been a bumpy road to the White House and frantic all the way. The leaders finally side by side.
You understand that your leadership has taken on a critical role in this global stage, and it really has. Galvanizing action on climate change, a global effort to confront violence, extremism, and online, like happened at Christchurch.
The President also praising the help against Russia, including Kiwi soldiers providing training with these guns.
By the way, recognize New Zealand's significant support for Ukraine.
But China and the Pacific was the major issue.
We are not coming to dictate or lay down the law. We have more work to do in those Pacific Islands as well.
America's answer to China's rise is the Quad, a new alliance with India, Japan and Australia.
I think there's a lot of opportunity.
Beneath that, a new grouping, including New Zealand, calls the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. The problem, it doesn't yet have any trade benefits for us.
We will use that opportunity, but we are looking for it to be meaningful.
And the potential deal that is, the CPTPP, appears to be on the back burner.
You will continue to see us advocate at every stage.
The President has just returned from visiting the school shooting scene at Uvalde, Texas. And clearly still shaken.
There's an expression by an Irish poet that says, "Too long a suffering makes a stone of the heart." Well, there's an awful lot of suffering.
Biden gave presidential backing to Ardern's response to March 15, the Christchurch call, aimed at fighting extremist content online.
The work you're doing with the tech companies is really important, and I want to work with you there as well.
The Vice President, Kamala Harris, also wanting to work with New Zealand in space. Rocket Lab on the agenda.
She really was seeking to continue to work together as the rules of engagement in space are designed and operationalised.
Afterwards, Ardern, as she strode out into the heat of a 35°C Washington day, had only one regret.
I have jacket regrets.
The 1-hour meeting ran over to more than 90 minutes.
I think that is a demonstration of the warmth of the relationship, the common ground, a little bit of shared Irish heritage. And
the obligatory invite for Joe to come down to Aotearoa.
As you can imagine, I extend the invitation.
Thank you all very much.
Jacinda Ardern in the White House after all the chaos and COVID curveballs to get here. Mission accomplished.
Kia ora, Amelia. So what did that meeting do for New Zealand's relationship with the United States?
Yeah, there's no bones about it. Today was massive for New Zealand and for Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. These chief-to-chiefs are all about connections, and the leaders zeroed in on every single one that they shared. But Ardern didn't go in empty-handed. She gave Biden a pounamu, a swamp kauri bowl, and for his 2 Alsatians, 2 wee swan dries, colour green. But the 2 leaders clearly got along, with Biden extending the meeting by an extra half an hour and then taking the Prime Minister on an impromptu tour around the Rose Garden. So after all of this chaos, today really was a political triumph for the Prime Minister.
Amelia, tēnā koe.